Dude, imagine a football team defending like it's been programmed, not just well-organized. I'm talking lab-level precision. Every player knowing exactly where to be, what to do, when to press. And the crazy part, nobody's yelling instructions. Yeah, that team exists, and it's Enzo Maresca's Chelsea. They built something so precise, so cold, so calculated. It doesn't look like football anymore. It looks like code. No chaos, no panic, just tracks. You watch their games and it feels quiet, too quiet. Then all of a sudden, boom, the opponent's shut down. The pitch shrinks, passing lanes disappear, attackers look like they're running in mud. And no, it's not just because they've got good defenders. It's because they've become the system. When the other team has the ball, Chelsea turns into antivirus software, pressing, shifting, baiting mistakes, and the moment you mess up, you're done. You know that Tesla master plan? Self-driving cars, neural nets, AI running everything while you just sit back? Well, Chelsea's trying that, just with football. And instead of highways, it's the Premier League. And the scariest part? It's working! They don't defend, they trap. Let's start with this. Last season, under Pochettino, Chelsea conceded 59 goals. This season, with Maresca, 43. That's 16 goals less. A 27% improvement. And no, it's not because they parked the bus. It's because they rewired the system. Forget basic 4 at the back stuff. Maresca took the 4-2-3-1 and morphed it. When Chelsea has the ball, they shift into a 3-2-5. Yep, you heard that right. 3 defenders, 2 midfielders, 5 attackers. It sounds chaotic, but in practice, it's terrifyingly clean. Here's how it works. The right back, usually Malo, tucks in. Boom! Now you've got a 3 at the back. Marc Cucurella, he's flying up the left flank. Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo sit right in front of the defense, controlling tempo like they're running a control room. What's wild is that it feels risky, but it's actually safer. They dominate possession, overload the middle, force the opponent into mistakes, and when Chelsea loses the ball, there's already 5 guys around it, swarming like bees. That's not counter-pressing, that's auto-correction. It's like they wrote a code that says, if ball lost, recover within 5 seconds. And somehow, it executes perfectly. So yeah, this isn't just better defending. This is blueprint level stuff. The foundation of something bigger. Because when the structure is this stable, you can build anything on top. Okay, so here's where things get weird. Because Enzo Maresca doesn't think like a normal coach. The guy treats tactics like puzzles. And his big move? Inverting the fullback. Now, I know that sounds like a football hipster term, but bear with me. Instead of having Malo bomb down the wing like your typical right back, Maresca tucks him inside next to the center backs. Yep, he becomes a fake third CB, which frees up Cucurella on the left to act like a full-blown winger. It looks broken, but it works. Why? Because now Chelsea always has one extra guy in midfield. That 3-2-5 shape, it creates a numerical overload in the center. It's like playing 11v10, but only in the important areas. And the wildest part is it makes their high press lethal. Because when they lose the ball, they're not spread out. They're compact, close, instant counter press. Ball's gone, boom! Caicedo, Palmer, Enzo, all swarming like they've got cheat codes on. It's not chaos. It's controlled aggression, calculated suffocation. And what really hits you is this. They're not reacting to the game. They're shaping it. Like a team playing chess while everyone else is playing ping pong. And Maresca? He's already thinking 3 moves ahead. Now here's the catch. Because for all the tactical genius, for all the control, there's one part of this system that looks suicidal. The high defensive line. Like ridiculously high. At times it looks like the center backs are parked at midfield. And if you've got a fast striker, you're thinking, yep, this is free real estate. And teams noticed. City launched it over the top to Haaland, over and over. Brighton found gaps behind Cucurella more than once. Even mid-table sides saw that space and thought, let's go. And Maresca, he knows. He literally said, it's a habit. We're not trying to play that high. We're working on dropping the line 4 or 5 meters. So yeah, it's not ignorance. It's choice. Risk calculated to the millimeter. But it's not just the line. You've also got the flanks. When Gusto tucks in and Cucurella flies forward, that leaves wide open highways on the wings. Perfect for counterattacks. Perfect for panic. And let's not forget, this whole thing relies on Enzo and Caicedo. Neutralize one, the balance tips. Suddenly, the trap stops shutting shut. So, is it a flaw? Or is it just part of the bet? Because that's the thing about master plans. They always come with weaknesses. But if you fix those weaknesses without losing the system, you get something close to unstoppable. So, how do you patch the system? Simple. You sign a 19-year-old from Ajax, but not just any 19-year-old. Jorrel Hato. This kid isn't hype. He's precision, built for positional play. Captain of Ajax at 17. Fast, calm, tactical IQ off the charts. And Maresca looked at him and said, yeah, that's the one. Because Hato fixes things. Cucurella played over 5,000 minutes last season. That's insane. Now, Hato gives him rest. And the team doesn't suffer. Need a left back? He can do it. Need a left center back? No problem. Need someone to build from the back? He's hitting 90% pass accuracy and launching progressive passes like a deep-lying playmaker. He's not just depth, he's integration. Maresca's system demands flexibility, and Hato brings it without compromising structure. He's fast enough to cover the high line, smart enough to read rotations, and technical enough to break lines. He's not a luxury. He's a missing line of code. And now that he's in, the software's finally complete. If you want proof the system works, look at PSG. Chelsea 3, PSG 0. In a World Cup final, with 33% possession. 33. It wasn't a fluke. It was a blueprint. Maresca came in with the plan so airtight, PSG looked confused for 90 minutes. No space, no flow, no rhythm. They kept trying those wide overloads. Didn't work. Tried the long ball? Neutralized. Chelsea switched between a 5-2-3 and a 5-3-2 like they were flipping tabs on a browser. Palmer dropped into midfield, the press had triggers, the block was tight, and the moment PSG got close, trapped, closed, ball recovered. It felt like Chelsea knew the script in advance. And the best part? They didn't look stressed. There was no panic, no sliding tackles, just calm positioning, smart fouls when needed, and a total shutdown of one of Europe's most explosive teams. Luis Enrique's site looked like they were running into a digital wall. Everything they tried, Chelsea had already simulated it. It wasn't just defending. It was control, disguised as defense. And after that match, you couldn't just say, they got lucky. You had to admit, the system is real. And it's scary. This is the part people always miss. Because when you think great defense, you think drama, last-ditch tackles, bodies on the line, goalkeeper miracles. But Chelsea, they don't need that. They're winning games without the chaos. It's a silent revolution. No shouting, no flexing, just clean lines, calm traps, and football that feels inevitable. You watch them play and it's not, wow, what a tackle. It's more like, wait, how did PSG not even get a shot? That's the magic. They don't defend like underdogs. They defend like a machine. Precise, predictive, like the outcome was decided before kickoff. And now, they've added Jorrel Hato, a 19-year-old who reads the game like a veteran and runs like a winger. He plugs in perfectly, covers Cucurella, builds from the back, adds depth, adds speed, adds redundancy. Yeah, just like in software, you don't build systems this good by accident. This isn't about clean sheets. It's about erasing options, one by one, until the opponent has no more moves. And when that happens, it's not just a win, it's checkmate.